Okay, so on this module, we are going to create a transaction or run through creating a transaction where you are representing a buyer looking to purchase a property. So we should all be familiar with this by now. You're in your transaction dashboard. It'll look different for everyone. Obviously, you'll only see what your deals are. We see all the deals. Going to create transaction. Now, we're not going to search by MLS once again because we are representing a buyer. So we are not sure what property they're going to be buying right now. So we just know that we're spending time with this person and we think something's going to come of it. So we go create new. Top three that need to be selected for the transaction. This is a traditional sale. The status is an opportunity. Obviously, if you're going straight to contract, it's different. You would go active. Opportunity representing, as we discussed, the buyer. And we'll just call this Tony's buyer rep. Okay, you can call whatever you want. I don't know the price. I don't know all these other things yet, so I'm not going to fill them in, and I don't know the address. So we're just going to go next. Now, once again, you don't know what the commission is because you haven't selected a property yet, but the standard is a percentage of price sold, and it's between 5 and 6%. So let's go with 5. We can edit this later, and it's normally, let's call it 2.5% to the listing side and 2.5% to the buying side. Then you would go next. Now you need to put in the buyer's details. So obviously, because we're representing that person, we have their details. We need their name and email address. And this will really help you in the future when it comes to filling out the contract, because the buyer will be in the system and it will auto-populate his details and you'll be able to send for e-signing. So let's just say this guy's name is Greg, Mr. Greg, as an example. You'll see as you start typing, it brings up who's already in the database, but we are now going Greg, and there are 2 Gregs, and then Mr. Greg, and okay, it's gone. So click create. In other words, there's no one there. You create new, you see it brings the names you've put in into the new contact already. You then need to fill in the email address, whatever it is. As we know, we're making this guy up. And that's the minimum you need to add the buyer. You don't need to add all this other stuff. Don't worry about lead source and assign to for now. That's more of an admin function. You then create. Mr. Greg is the buyer created. If there's 2 buyers, you can add 2 buyers. You get the gist of it. We go next. Now, as you will know by now, you have to select a checklist. So you go into your checklist, and we are representing a buyer representation and transaction. So we click that, we create our buyer's rep. Our transaction has been created. Obviously, if it had the address and all that stuff, that would be here. We've got our checklist, which has got all of our buyer's rep documents that we need, lead-based paint, as is deed of sale, and filling in these agreements I'll go through in shorter modules. I would also normally, for a checklist, I'd also always add the W9 because you're going to need that to get paid. So it's good to have that as a checklist also. And that's it. We've created our buyer representation checklist. We've created the deal, Tony's buyer rep, and hopefully you guys are getting the hang of it by now. And then I'll go through filling in individual contracts in different videos. All right, thanks. That's it. See you on the next one.